What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JB Sports back again with another one. Deontay Wilder's manager Shelly Finkel called Tyson Fury's promoter Frank Warren Sunday morning to inform him that they do plan to exercise the rematch clause. So the trilogy is on. It's going down. A lot of people speculated after the fight that, hey, Deontay Wilder might need to take a tune-up or two before looking for a rematch with Tyson Fury. He needs to rest. He needs to rest maybe a year. I heard a whole lot of difference. He may need to rest. He needs to take a little time off, change trainers, and he just needs to and look for a couple of soft touches and then pursue a fight with Tyson Fury. Never mind the fact that Tyson Fury already been coming out saying that he only plans to fight 2 more times, and that's going to fulfill his contract with ESPN at Top Rank, and then he's going to ride off in the sunset and retire. So if he bypasses the trilogy, Tyson Fury could arguably fight Dylan White, which is his mandatory, fight Joshua, and that'll be it. And Deontay Wilder would never be able to get that trilogy. So they're going to go ahead and take the trilogy. I knew Deontay Wilder, you know his mindset. He's not going to turn down no smoke, He was upset that they stopped the fight. He felt that he still had a puncher's chance to, get the knockout, even though it looked real bad for him at that point in the fight. He was getting dominated from round 3 through 7. He got dominated in that fight, man. He took a lot of punishment, but he still had a lot of self-belief, and he still thought he could catch Fury with one of those right hands and turn the whole fight around. So you knew with that mindset that he had that he was going to take the trilogy. So it's pretty much a foregone conclusion, man, that these guys will meet up again. The contract states that Tyson Fury can't take another fight in the meantime. Once Deontay Wilder exercises the rematch clause, they must fight each other next. No in-between fights. So kill that noise about Fury, Joshua, or Fury fighting Dylan White, his mandatory. It's going to be Fury, Wilder 3. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what transpires. Now, one thing I would like to see in this third fight as far as location-wise, I'd like to see this fight. I know it's probably going to end up in Las Vegas because that's where the money's at. That's where the highest revenue potential is at in Las Vegas and one of those casinos. But I would like to see they put this fight in a stadium, man. I think this fight could do 80,000, 90,000. As big as this fight is, I wouldn't mind seeing a Jerry Jones call Top Rank and Bob Arum and PBC and Al Haven and, tell them that they are willing to put in a bid for this fight. And if they come up with a big enough site fee, maybe they can get this fight and put it in Cowboy Stadium, man. That would be a good fight, man. It'll be a 4-hour drive from where I'm at, Houston. I would be able to drive down there and cover and watch that fight, man. So that's just a little something. I ain't heard nothing, and it's not nothing I heard in the grapevine like, oh, they're gonna put the fight in Cowboy Stadium. It's nothing like that, but it's just something I was thinking about today. Maybe putting this fight in a stadium, making it a stadium fight. I think it'll sell out Cowboy Stadium. It'll be a huge fight, huge event. And during the time of June, July, that's before the Cowboys football season will be officially started. So that would be a good time frame for them to put that fight there, man. I think it'll do great numbers at Cowboy Stadium. But it'll be up to Jerry Jones to put up a big enough site fee to offset the revenue that they were making fighting in Las Vegas in the casinos, particularly MGM Grand or T-Mobile Arena on the Strip. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what transpires, man. But Deontay Wilder is going to have to, I think he's going to have to drop that weight. I'm not saying the weight hindered him or made him look lethargic, because he did look lethargic, but he looked pretty good the first 2 rounds. I just think he got caught with a shot every time. Every time I do a video, they Facebook friends want to send me something. God, anyway, but yeah, so I think he might need to, because he seemed like he got gassed early. He leaned his weight on him. He was able to attack Wilder and lead at 273 pounds on Wilder, and I think that tired Wilder out. But I think Wilder punches didn't seem to have the sharpness or the velocity that he usually has. So I think he need to get back down. I'm not saying he need to be 212 like he was the first fight, but I think he need to be somewhere around 220. Well, somewhere around 219 to 225 at the most. That's what I think. I think that should be his optimum weight. I know you like, what you saying, JB Sports? That's like, what, he came in 31 pounds? You saying 225? You think 6 pounds gonna make that much of a difference? Yeah, I think it is, man. I think he's just to cover all your bases. I'm not saying that had any effect on him losing the fight. He might have got beat if he came in there. No matter what weight he came in there, he got bullied. You know, he got bullied, man. He got that weight advantage really played out, man. He's fighting a big man with skills, and it just was actually a tough matchup for Wilder, man. It's just something I think he needs to go back to what's been successful for him. He's a guy that's never came in that heavy before, so why would you try to come in that heavy now? So he needs to make sure. I think he's at somewhere around 219, 220, in my opinion, somewhere in that range, no more than 225. And I think, and let's see how it plays out in the third fight. We'll see what happens, and we'll see what transpires, man. But another thing Wilder's got to do, man, Wilder's got to get his footwork better. His footwork is just not good. He keeps his legs spread apart. I know why he does that, because he's trying to set up for the right hand, man. But he can't be a one-trick pony, man. That's one thing I kind of grimace when I was listening to Wilder's interviews, especially after the Ortiz fight. They was like, man, you lost every round, but you was able to get that, man. Why you don't try to box a little bit more? A lot of YouTube channels brought that up, but Wilder was like, nah. You know, when I got that right hand, I'm just being patient, man. When I got that right hand, you know, that's what I get. I get the knockout. People come to see the knockout. People don't come to see you box and you know, jab and combination. They come to see the knockout, man. That's what fans pay to see, the knockout. And that's good. That's you know, I understand that. The casual fans, they love the knockout. But what I'm saying is, set the knockout up. You know, don't just go in there head hunting. Set the knockout up. Jab, right hand, left hook, left hand to the body, straight. You know, set it up a little bit better. Right hand, right hook, uppercut. You know, use your reach to your advantage. You use your reach to your advantage. If you know you need distance, make sure you keep that distance out of him. And you see a guy attacking you, you turn him, push him off for you, and get the fight toward the middle of the ring. You know, the real estate for you is the best real estate for you is in the middle of that ring. When you're up against the ropes, you at a disadvantage. You can't generate no power off the ropes. You know, you kind of cornered, and you know, Fury can get off his shots, man, and lean his weight up on you, and tire you out and drain your legs and get you tired, man, with no gas left in the tank. So I think Wilder's definitely got to get better footwork, and I think he's definitely got to make people respect his left hand. He can't be a one-handed fighter. That's all there is to it. He can't just be a left, you know, he can't just be left jab, right hand, man. He's got to change that up. Left hook, like I said, left to the body, throw an uppercut, throw two hooks to the body, and work on your footwork, man. I think that's what he's got to do, man. I think he's got to throw that right hand until he can't throw it no more, too, in a third fight. Because one thing about Fury, if you're throwing punches, he's not going to pretty much punch with you. He's not going to punch with you. He's going to wait till you throw your punches. He's going to duck it, roll it, you know, and move out of harm's way, and then he's going to attack. So as long as you throwing punches, you kind of keeping him from going on the offensive. So he didn't throw that right hand nearly enough like he did in the first fight. That's one thing about it. You can say he looks sloppy. The right hand was too looping, and he was missing them left and right. But what he did was he made Tyson Fury stay defensive for most of that first fight, and he was able to catch him a couple of times in the second half of that fight, and he was able to get a draw. I think he's going to have to throw that right hand just like that in the third fight, but he's going to have better footwork, and uses his left hand more. Like I said, the left hook is I think he can get that going on Fury. As you know, he was able to send him to the canvas. You know, it was the right hand and left hook on the way to the canvas that knocked him nearly out in the 12th round. So he's got a left hook. So get that left hook set up. Get get him thinking about the left hand, and then you can come over the top with the right hand and get him up out of there. But at the same time, you still got to let that right hand go more than you did in the second fight. Even if you miss him, you've got to throw that right hand, because that's going to keep Fury defensive, man. Because once Fury get offensive and start coming forward, it's going to be trouble for Deontay Wilder, just like it was in this second fight. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what transpires. But that's the news for tonight, man. People wondering, was Deontay Wilder going to take the rematch? Here we go again. What was my phone getting low too? I need to charge this phone up. I've been on it all day, man, talking about this fight. I've been having friends calling me, talking about the fight, man. It's been going down. But leave your comments in the comments section if you think it's a good idea for Wilder to take the rematch. If you don't think so, You think he should maybe take a tune-up or two, should go that route, or do you think he needs to retire, call it a day? He's had a lot of success for a guy that's relying on just a one weapon, and that's that right hand. What you think Wilder should do? Go immediately to the Tyson Fury rematch, or take a tune-up, or retire? Let me know what you think in the comments section. This is JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. I holla.